Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to apply lashes. So this video is going to be for those people that are beginners and haven't really worn lashes for, really ever. I just really started getting into lashes recently, maybe a couple months ago, and I have learned a couple tips and tricks on how to apply them. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, and hopefully it'll help you guys if you are wanting to experiment with lashes, or if you are going to go out for the weekend or something and you want to wear lashes. I do have a couple. I'm gonna share with you guys what products I'm gonna be using. So the lashes I'm going to be using are the Ardell Natural 102 Demis, and they look like this. I like these because they are kind of spaced a little bit more, like separated. They are a little bit more of a spikier lash, but that's kind of what I like. Then I'm going to be using the Lash Grip Eyelash Adhesive from Ardell, and this is in the color black, or dark. And then I do have some tweezers. And then I have mascara. And the mascara I'm going to be using is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pin my hair back just to get it out of the way, because I don't want to get my hair, and I know this looks crazy, but I don't want to get my hair in the lash glue or anything. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this open. I'm just going to open these, and the best way that I find to take these off is by just pulling from here down. That way they come off the easiest, or the best way at least, is what I find. So I have the first one. I have it here. Then the next thing I'm going to do is take the lid off of the lash glue, and then I'm just going to, this is the really hard part, and I'm thinking about buying the Revlon lash glue with the brush, because this is hard to kind of manage, because a lot does come out. So just squeeze a little bit and then put some on the strip on top, because this is what's going to go on your lash line. So you want this to be covered with glue. You don't want a great thick big line, but you don't want a really thin line either. So just try to make it as easy and as even as possible. And then sometimes the glue does run down a little bit, so I just use my nail and kind of push the glue back up. And so now that the glue's on there, I am going to get my tweezers out. These are just some angled tweezers, and really I would recommend using the rounded ones, because these can be kind of dangerous, because you are going to be working really close to your eyes, and I wouldn't want you guys to poke your eyes. So try and find ones that are rounded, or some that aren't very sharp. These are really sharp. These are really good tweezers. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold them, place the tweezer, and grab the lash around the middle area. And then I'm just going to hold this. And the best thing to do is wait for your glue to get tacky, because this is going to make your lash application so easy, you guys. And I can see right here that there isn't really much glue in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and plop a little bit more right in that area. A little bit more over here. You can do this too. And then I'm just going to hold them like this. I like to hold them upside down, because sometimes if you put quite a bit of glue on there, the glue will start to run down the lash, and that's not something that we want. So I'm just going to hold it down like this, and I usually wait about, 30 to 45 seconds. And sometimes you can usually tell, because the glue will get a little bit darker. Now this glue is already dark, so it does look darker. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but I can always tell by the tip on the glue. It will look really dark. So I'm like, okay, like maybe it's been enough time. Another thing that you can do if you're in a rush is just go ahead and blow on it. And this will kind of speed up your process. So, yeah, the other thing that is good to do is also, again, just wait for the glue to get tacky, because if you are just putting the glue on and then putting them right on, they're going to be really loose and wiggly, and they're not going to be wanting to stick to your lash line. So I find that the easiest thing to do is to go ahead and just wait for it to get tacky, because then it will actually kind of stick to your eye, and then you can kind of pull them down, move them around. But if they're too loose, I don't know. I just find that it's so much harder to work with. So I think that it's been around that time, so let's just go ahead. Let me zoom you guys in. Let me make sure that I can zoom. I don't know. I think that's good. And I am using a mirror right in front of me. So I'm still holding the lash. I'm just moving things out of my way, so I can do this, and hopefully you guys will be able to see me do this. Hold on. I also like to grab the lash and make sure that it is around the middle, and then try to hold it like this. That way it's easy to put on. I don't know if that's too close. Just that way you can just plop it on. So I'm just going to hold this mirror, and hopefully you guys can see. But I'm just going to put it on. I usually try to put it right at the lash line. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was wearing very thin liner. So the next thing you do is you just want to, mine always get caught in my lashes. So I'm just going to move this here. Move it down to however like down you want it, and then you move the front piece to wherever you, whoops, that one didn't want to stick. So sometimes I just kind of hold it in place where I want it. So I'll just wait. Just wait a couple seconds for the glue to get tacky and for the lash to really stick on there. And I almost do like little mini wiggles, just to ensure that it's really stuck on there. And then I will grab the tweezers, closed tweezers, and I will really push that in. And then kind of go around the whole lash and really do this. So you guys probably saw that I did get some glue up here. You see the dark part. So that will be easy to come off. I'll just use a little bit of makeup remover and then just go over it, pat it with the same eyeshadow. And so this is the first lash. You know, it wasn't really that hard to put on. It was pretty easy because the glues was tacky. Sorry, I have like a little bit of a runny nose. So then you just want to kind of look over it, make sure everything looks good. Everything is looking good. So then we can move on to the next eye. So there's that one. And okay, so then we're just going to repeat the process with the other one. we are going to pull it down again. And I find that this is the easiest way because sometimes when you tear them from the side, like when you pull it from one end or the other, I find that sometimes you can stretch them or sometimes tear them, which we don't want to do that. So again, I'm just adding the glue. And another thing that you guys can also do is measure the lash before you put glue on it. Measure it up to your eye. These lashes are actually, they fit my eye really good. So I don't find that I have to trim them. But if you do, just use just like eyebrow scissors or something like that and just trim them. So I did get a little bit of glue down on the bottom part of the, or going down into the lash, so I just used my nail and kind of flicked it up and took it off. So there is some glue on there. There's still some kind of running down. I mean, it's not gonna really do a whole lot. It's gonna dry dark anyways, or if you use the clear one, it would dry clear. But there's that. There is a couple spots I want to add a little bit more glue to, like towards the end. I like to put a little bit more glue on the ends, because I find that those are sometimes the hardest parts to really stick. But I do that. And again, you can use the tweezers, or I sometimes just hold on to them with my hand and do this. But like I was saying, yeah, just when you open your pack of lashes, you want to grab the lash and put them up close to your eye, or put them on top of your lashes. And if they're too long, go ahead and just snip a little bit off the bottom. Or no, sorry, not the bottom, but the front, because the front, usually the front is a little bit shorter because they are closer to the inner corner. But I always just snip them from the front. Sometimes you can do a little bit from both sides, like sometimes I'll do one little bunch from the front and then one from the back. Kind of depends on the kind of, it kind of depends on the kind of lash that you're using, because you don't want to take too much off one end and not the other, then it would look a little bit wonky. But yeah, so there's this, just a little bit longer, because we really want to ensure that the glue is tacky. That way it makes the process just easier. Just gonna add a little bit more glue here. So there's that. But I really find that I like these eyelashes. I find that they are, I don't know, I just like them because I feel like they almost look pretty real. Like they look really similar to my fiance's eyelashes, to Matt's eyelashes, because Matt has insanely long eyelashes, you guys, and like I'm so jealous of his eyelashes. But these look really similar to his. Like his are, except his are like long from the front to the end, like super long, and he has insanely long lower lashes, like so long, you guys. I'm gonna have to bring them on camera so you guys can see. But I don't know if you guys can tell that the lash glue has gotten darker, like on the tip. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm pretty sure this has been long enough now. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the tweezers. There's a little bit of glue on there. So grab the tweezers, grab them from the middle, like so. And then I'm just going to go ahead and plop them on this eye. And then you really want to ensure that you make sure that the lash is directly on top of all the other lashes, because sometimes some of my lashes get in front of or on top of the other ones, and then they end up getting caught. So you really want to make sure that you're placing this directly on top of those. So again, I'm going to go ahead and use the closed tweezers and push the fake lash to my lash line and kind of wiggle it to ensure that they're really on there. So after you've done that and you've checked them, kind of compared them, you're done pretty much. The last step that you are going to be doing is, whoops, sorry about that, is going to be using your mascara. And this step is not necessary, but I do find that I like it because it does help. So what I do is I use my mascara and I use this to go over my top eyelashes to join my real lashes with the fake ones so that it's not so noticeable. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I wiggle at the base. And then I get more mascara, and I go ahead and do the other eye. And then a step that I think you guys should always do no matter what, whether you're wearing fake lashes or you're just putting mascara on your top lashes, is always put mascara on your bottom eyelashes, because that's really going to bring the whole look together. Because then it's going to be extremely noticeable if you're wearing fake lashes and you don't put any mascara on your bottom lashes. The bottom ones are going to look very small. So I already put a layer of mascara on my bottom lashes, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it again just to show you guys. I find that this mascara is really good for lower lashes. It really grabs them. And it does really good for adding volume and length. And you guys, that is the completed look. So it wasn't very hard. You guys know it was, I mean, I think it was pretty easy. Sometimes something that I do recommend doing is sometimes taking lash glue, like if you are going to an event or if you're going out for the night with your girlfriends, do take some lash glue, and if in case like some of the ends start to pop off, go ahead and take your lash glue and just apply a tiny bit, and go ahead and do that same step. Just hold it on there, and then you are done. That would solve that issue. But yeah, I guess that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this will help some of you guys out there that are beginners and wanting to wear lashes. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what videos I should do next, just go ahead and leave them down below. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you guys like me, I hope you guys will subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.